Good afternoon and welcome to Wisdom from the Angels. I guess I should say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Wisdom from the Angels. Hi, my name is Carolyn. I have missed you. Had a few distractions come up, and now that they are off my platter, I will now be going back down to celebrating until further notice. Remember that when we talked at the first of the year and I had found these tea towels that said until further notice, celebrate everything. So that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of this year. No matter what it is, whatever comes our way, we're just going to celebrate it. Look at the lesson, look at the blessing, and keep it moving. Life is too short, and some people want to walk around with a backpack full of burdens and IOUs and keeping track of everybody else but their own behavior. So I'm just going to say to all of you, thank you for tuning in. Hope each and every one of you is healthy, happy, and safe. And we're going to go ahead and get started on this reading. If you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are returning, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call in the angels. And today I'm holding rose quartz. If you know anything about the crystal rose quartz, it's all about compassion. It's all about love. And it is all about standing in your power. So let's start standing in our power and let all these other distractions go to the wayside. All right? All righty. So angels, archangels, spirit guides, our own guardian angels, our own spiritual teams come into this reading. Beings from far and wide, from galaxies both in this lifetime, past lifetimes, and future lifetimes, come into this reading to help guide us. Ascended Masters come into this reading and bring us the clarity and guidance that is needed at this time. Show us our divine way, what we should be focused on, where we should look for inspiration, as well as how will the energies show up for us this week. All right? So let's get into the reading as we say thank you, 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 angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being a part of my life since I was a thought. All right? And I meant thought, THOUGHT. Oh my goodness. All righty. Let's look at the door of inspiration that we have for us this week. What a divine door to walk through. It is a beautiful, 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 deep, deep blue. Blue, the color of the ocean and the color of the sky. And this is all about the art of life. Where are you being guided? What is inspiring you? What is bringing you into a whole new path, a new journey, a new, almost it feels like a new lifetime. Have you ever sat and looked at old pictures, and as you looked at them, you thought, I remember that, and you can maybe even hear the laughter, or you can hear the conversations, or whatever is going on at that time, and you can just enjoy it, but it seems so far removed from where you are now. I've been on this journey of, it's been going on now for quite a while, but I'm coming to an end, of decluttering and getting rid of things that have been in storage for many, many years. I moved to California in 2015, and the load was 26,000 pounds. Even though I had donated quite a lot, that's what was left. And I thought, I don't need all of this. What's the point of it? And yeah, a lot of things around you help make your life feel good. But then you start to wonder, as you start to pare down, what am I keeping this for? And a wise person who happens to be my son said to me recently, Mom, think about why you're holding on to all of that stuff. And boy, did that resonate, because some of it was things that my children had said, Mom, I want to keep this, I want to keep that, I want to keep this, I want to keep that. But I noticed Those things were with me. They were not with them. And I was the one paying for storage. They were not doing anything about it. And it wasn't a concern to them that the stuff was just there. And I started to think about what he said, and I thought, interesting. He had received all of his things years ago, but I still had a significant amount of things from another family member, namely my daughter. And I thought, gee whiz, why am I the keeper of all the goods? Why am I the one that has all of this stuff here? And you might be going through this decluttering in your life as well. I share my life story so that you understand you're not alone. You're not going through this alone. You're not the only one in this predicament. Because sometimes you look around and you go, am I the only one that this is happening to? No. And so a lot of decluttering going on in my world, in my life, and in my storage unit. And I'm proud of myself. I've gone from a 20 by 20 by 12, so 20 feet long, 20 feet wide, 12-foot ceilings that were full. I mean, a mouse couldn't even get into it. And I've come all the way down to a 10 by 10. So that's a significant amount of decluttering that I've done. And I'm still on that road to decluttering because now I'm coming down into a much smaller unit, a 5 by 10. And I really am proud of myself because I've got clarity now. I don't feel burdened anymore. I don't feel like I'm the repository of everyone else's memories that they refuse to take responsibility for. And I don't feel like I need to really, continue to go down that road. It's great to have memories. It's great to have keepsakes. It's great to have family heirlooms. But when they become a burden, are they really heirlooms? When they become something that you no longer want, and the people who wanted them don't take ownership, are they really something you want to keep? So, in order for me to move on in my life and in order for me to go on and have a very good life, which I've always had, but I think some of the stuff that have been in my storage unit have outweighed their usage for me personally. And since it is my unit and I'm the only one paying for it, I get to say what stays and what goes. And so that's what I'm going to be doing for the month of February, because by the end of February, it will all be straightened out. And I will be in my 5 by 10 happy as a little clam, and happy, happy, happy am I. And that because, clutter can become a distraction, and it can keep you from your creativity. It can affect your inspiration, and it can also affect your health. And it can also keep you stuck in a mindset of lack because you're holding on to stuff that, everything has energy. Remember that. So when you're holding on to stuff that's just sitting there doing nothing and not bringing you joy, what's the point? Really, ask yourself, what is the point? And I look at some of the stuff and I go, oh my gosh, I really have enjoyed that. And I've got art that I look at and I go, I'm going to change out some of the art over the next couple of weeks because there's some paintings in storage that I haven't seen in a while that I'd like to see. I just don't have enough wall space. So I'm just going to be like an art gallery and switch out some of the paintings from time to time to time. Okay, I'm going to stop being silly. I've been pulling cards this whole time that I've been speaking, but I think you kind of get the gist of we can sometimes stop our own or delay our own divine paths because we get stuck in the minutia of this life. And it serves no one if something is just being held on to. And then when you get ready to, give it away, they're like, I don't want that. And you're like, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't want that? So yeah, that's what I've been going through for the past, so I moved out here in 2015, things went into storage. I got rid of a bunch of stuff and then I left in 2017 and left things out here and came back and got it all into one unit. And then I paid for it for 2 years and then COVID came along, and then by the time I could move it down here, it was 2021. So that was about, 6 years of paying for storage? of things that, quite honestly, I didn't even remember some of the stuff that was in there. And so then I had a big sale and got rid of a lot of stuff, but still had stuff left. And thought, cheapers, you know what? Wow. And I thought, well, if it didn't think it would burn the place, I remember one point looking at the stuff and going, if it didn't think that I could burn the place down, why don't I just put a match to some of this stuff? And I thought, Carolyn, stop. You're just getting frustrated because there is more to be let go of. And so I let go of a lot of it when the load landed closer to me in California, and I let go of a lot of it. For me to go from a 20 by 20 by 12 to now being in a 10 by 10 by 8. I think the ceilings are smaller in there, lower. And now having this clarity and feeling so much lighter, it's like, wow, it's a good feeling. And I hope that if you're decluttering in your life, be it relationships or stuff, or, starting to really get clear around what your path is, I wish you well, because it isn't easy. It really isn't easy. And, for a while I had to take a break because I'd get in there and the stuff would be so emotional. And I was to be like, okay, this mentally isn't healthy for me. So for about 6 months, I did nothing with storage but pay the bill. And finally I said, you know what, this is dumb. I need to get rid of a lot of more things that I don't use every day, things that no one else seems to want in the family. And I need to donate it so that someone else can really enjoy it. So that's where I'm at. That's where I've been. I'm sorry that I have not been on here on a regular basis, but I noticed too, when I sat down to do readings for you, this sense of dread came over me, and I thought, Spirit's telling me, not now, not now. So let's go ahead and get into the reading. I'm sorry about this long diatribe of here. But we do have, like I said, this door of inspiration opening up for us. This door of guidance, this door that's going to take us through this year. Next Saturday, February 5th, I think it's next Saturday, is a full moon. And it is going to be a powerful one. So get ready to release and let go of all that is no longer serving you right now. Even if you just write it down. Even if you physically can't get it out of your area or out of your home, write it down. Look around your home, and if things aren't bringing you joy, get the hell. Why are you keeping it? Why are you keeping it? If even if it's pictures, put them in a drawer. Wrap them up for now. Put it in a drawer. If you don't come back to them in 6 months, put it on the calendar. I have to go see this in 6 months. If it still doesn't bring me joy, why am I keeping it? Now, if it's ancestors and heirlooms and things like that, yeah, you may want to just set those aside and share them with your family at another time. But if it's something that you just picked up in the last year and you're looking at it and going, why did I buy this? Let it go. Let it go. Let someone else enjoy it. All right? I had the donation truck come last Monday morning, and I filled up a fourth of the truck. I was like, ooh. And we still have more to get rid of. And so I will be on the donation list every 2 weeks. They come to my little town, and I'll be out there with the guy every 2 weeks getting rid of more stuff, because that's where I'm at in my journey. Releasing, letting go, and no longer being held back, because it does get in the way of forward movement. Now, I'll say this. Anything that's meant for you will come to you. But if there are things in the way, it is going to cause a delay. That's just how the universe works. That is one of the laws of the universe. So if it doesn't bring you joy, if you look at it and it doesn't make you feel good, let it go. Because right now, according to the cards, we are going through regeneration. What does regeneration look like? Well, here in California, we've had mudslides. We've had a lot of rain falling, which has helped create these mudslides. And our terrain looks very different in many little towns. But it's also a part of this regeneration that we're going through. This is number 46. In numerology, when we take the number to its lower denomination by adding the 4 and the 6, we get 10. Then we also get 1. 10 is a real completion of a cycle. 9 is that karmic release, but 10 is the absolute release. But when we look at the number 1, what is that? A new start, a fresh new start. I don't know about all of you, but I'm ready for a fresh new start. Messages are showing up all around us. This is card number 15. When we look at the 1 and the 5, it becomes a 6 in numerology, which just looks like a pregnant woman. Start to look at the messages that are showing up. Look at the numbers that are showing up. Look at the angel wings that are showing up. Look at the feathers on the ground that are showing up. I haven't been seeing too many coins on the ground of late, but I have been seeing a lot of feathers. Start to look at the messages around you because the angels are talking to you all the time. Are you listening? Start looking at what kind of community do you wish to be in. This is card number 8. When we turn this on its side, it's all about wisdom. It is all about wisdom. I happen to be in an 8 year. And I got to tell you, I've been feeling a lot wiser. And 8 is also about having fun. And I've decided that this year, I had decided before I even knew it was an 8 year for me, that I was going to have fun this year. And I just mean just fun, pure fun. You know, I've had enough of the crankiness. I've had enough of other people's drama. I've had enough of a whole lot of stuff that wasn't mine. And I'm not taking ownership of it anymore. My new word, nope, 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 nope. I'm going to start sounding like a 2-year-old. Nope, 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 nope. Next card up is by the book, number 11. We are in a divine energy right now. Remember the number 11? It looks like 2 pillars that are put together. 11 is also a master number, all about taking mastery of your life right now. And if you don't do it, who will? You gonna give that responsibility to somebody else? I think not. Because the next card out, and you can't make this stuff up, is a card called A Change in the Wind. It's card number 12. The 1 plus 2 become 3. 3 is all about unity of mind, body, and spirit. Isn't it time that we allowed the union of our mind, body, and spirit to happen? To embrace it fully, completely. Again, we have the number 12. Again, the number 3. It says we are poised. We are poised for something amazing and wonderful. The person on this card is like ready to receive, to claim it. Get ready. Get ready to receive it. Get ready to claim it. And get ready to embrace it. Because it is coming fast and fast and fast. Next card is number 30. Number 3. Tick-tock, time is passing fast. I mean, you only have to look at the calendar. We were just saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and here we are in February this week. February. You know, February has always been a magical month for me. One, because February 1st is my dad's birthday. And this year he would have been 97? Am I doing my math right? No, 98. He would have been 98. And this card is showing that, hey, time is moving fast. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? You know? Because here's where we're headed. New life. Card number 12. Again, another 3. How many 3s have we had out here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So far, 4 3s. That means pay attention. We are going into something new, and it says new life. Brand new life is here. Because now it is time for us to really step up and look at the truth of the situation. If you're in a situation that has caused you any kind of angst, pain, stress, heartbreak, or any kind of frustration, or even you might have taken on feelings of guilt or lower vibrational energy, it is time to let that crap go. It ain't yours. It is not yours. And it's time to get honest. You know, on this card is an owl. The wise owl tells the truth. Tell yourself the truth. You only have to sit in a room and tell yourself the truth. You don't have to tell the rest of the people. You don't have to tell your family. You don't have to tell your significant other. Because once you can tell yourself the truth, you can move into a place of joy. You can move into a place where you're in your divine energy. You can move into a place where things flow easily. And I noticed as I let go of different situationships, relationships, and on and so forth, things started to flow very smoothly. So start to look at that. Start to look at where you feel blockages in your life. It may be in a career, it may be with friendships, it may be with your health, it may be in any number of areas. But start to look at the truth of it. Am I feeling joy? Do I feel good? And you can finish that. Do I feel good around this person? You know, I recently had a conversation with someone that I felt was a friend, and this friendship had become to the point where I had to take a break back in the fall. And I just said, you know, I need a break. And they kept coming full force on. I'm like, I just need a break to think for me. And they kept on. But this is what's going on in my world. This is what's going on. And I started to think, I just told you I needed downtime. I just said I need to really focus on me and what I'm going through and really get clarity around it. And you're knocking me over the head continuously with your stuff, either through texting or calling and leaving messages. And I finally just said to them, I have to step away. I've got to find the balance in my life. And they got angry, and I was like, I can't do anything about how you respond. I have to do what's right for me. And so I took a step back, and then they got in touch about 2 months later, 3 months later. And we went to dinner, and they apologized. And at the dinner, you know, it was, oh, how are things in your life, and what's going on? And I thought, oh, this is very sweet. And Spirit said, hold on. And it didn't take but 2 more weeks, and then it was, oh, I don't know if I told you this. Did I tell you this? Did I tell you that? Did I tell you? And I remember we had a 30-minute conversation where I couldn't get a word in edgewise, so it really wasn't a conversation. And I noticed I started to feel like I needed to get in the shower. I didn't feel good. And I got off the phone. Oh, I got to go because my brother's on the other line, and I'll call you back. And I thought, not tonight you aren't. Not this week you aren't. Because I feel dirty. I feel like I need to go shower. And I don't like this feeling. And I understand we all go through our own stuff at our own time. But when relationships have outrun their course, where you feel like it's a give and take, and you're growing and you're laughing and you're having fun, what's the point? So the next card up is chop wood. It's time to really get down to business and really define what's working for you. Again, the number 42 becomes a 6. Remember, we had the 6 before, one of the first cards, message in a bottle. So now we have chop wood. It is time to start paying attention to those messages and really look at what they're telling you and really embrace them. The next card out is breathe. 29, 2 and 9 become 11. We had the 11 card before, and it was all about breathing. You know, breathing is essential. But the other 11 card was by the book. What are you willing to sit down and map out? What journey are you willing to look at and say, you know what? This is how I would like this to go. Or this is the direction I'd like to move in. I used to move this way, but it didn't seem to work out for me. So maybe I need to switch direction and do it a different way. That works for me. Because at times we all feel like we are alone. We're not. The angels are there. Divine Spirit is there. The universe is holding us in its precious arms. But sometimes we do need to just take a break and step back. How do you rejuvenate? How do you grow? How do you even figure out what works for you and what doesn't? You need to take a step back and breathe. Breathe. Number 7, what are you manifesting? You know, if you keep going down the road saying, this never changes, it's always the same. You keep saying that, it's going to stay that way. But what action are you willing to take to change it? Now, I'm not saying that taking action doesn't change things, but you have to be able to understand that even change is growth. And it doesn't feel good at first because you don't know what it's going to look like on the other side. But how long do you stay in the spin cycle where you feel like you're just going round and around and around and around in the same situation? Nothing changes. The conversation doesn't change. The players might, but it's still the same conversation. How long do you want to stay there? Are you ready to walk into your divine path? Because that's where we're all heading if you've been doing your work and paying attention. And allow yourself time. Another 7 card, followed by the other 7 card, which is saying, allow yourself to heal. I'll give yourself grace. You might not have handled the situation in the best way that you could have at the moment. But hey, you know what? Be a grown-up. Step up to the plate. Say, hey, you know what? I didn't handle that well, and I'm sorry. You know, you learn that when you're a child. Say thank you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. You know, I love you. If you can't figure out those 4 phrases, then you're taking people for granted. And if people aren't saying, hey, you know what? I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to. I was having a crabby day. I took it out on you. That's very different than someone that you say to them, you're hurting me. Ouch, stop hurting me. Ouch. And they keep justifying why they're hurting you. And then they try to make you feel like you're the bad guy. That narcissistic stuff needs to go to hell on out the window. Most of us didn't even hear the word or know what that energy looked like until 2020. And when we got a whiff of it, some of us thought, oh my goodness, is that what's been going on? Is that what I've been dealing with all my life? I know I certainly did. I'd heard the word before, but it didn't really have the same kind of impact on me until 2020, when I started to hear from different people that I thought I really knew well. And oh my goodness, it was like, sorry, my dog was under my seat. And oh my goodness, it just felt like, what is going on here? You know, I remember I was on a call with somebody, and it was during COVID, because 2020, what else were we doing? And I was drinking coffee, and it went down the wrong pipe, and I started coughing. And I heard, oh my God, she's dying from COVID. She's dying from COVID. Oh my God, she's dying from COVID. And I heard another voice say, oh, stop letting your mother pull the wool over your eyes. And I hadn't said a damn thing about COVID. What? React much? Whew. So, as we go along our divine path, as we go along our divine way, let's ask the angels, what can we look forward to? Let's ask the angels, can we look forward to? What can we see this week? What is the one thought we can hold on to this week? And they're saying this card, okay. Oh, think about what you'd like your life to look like a year from now. What would you like your life to look like a year from now? What would you like to have different? What would you like to feel different about? What would you like to... Sorry, puppy. I'm sorry, honey. What would you like to feel? How would you like to be in the world a year from now? Do you still want to be the same way you were a year ago? Have you looked back a year? How have you grown? What's different? How do you feel? Do things feel good? Or do you feel overburdened? If you do, you need to lighten that load. Is there another angel message? They said yes, this one. Okay, learn this word. No, it's a complete sentence. Anybody invading your world that is absolutely hurting you, lying to you, treating you with anything but love and respect, invite them out your life. It's time for them to go. I don't care who the hell they are. And I know that may hurt, and it may take some getting used to and adjustment, but you don't need that. And you know why? Because the divine is saying it's time to let these people go. You're the one holding on to them. Because this is a golden opportunity for abundance to come in. As long as we hold on to lower vibrational energy, and as long as we hold on to people who don't mean us well, who are playing games with us, who are trying to control us, we're going to have our blessings placed on hold. Because think about it. If you got the blessing that is meant for you while you're going through such a devastating time, you might allow these situationships to overpower the good that is meant for you, the ways that you are meant to grow. So the universe comes along and says, you know what? That still is not equal. That isn't balanced. That's not loving, that's not kind, and it's not harmonious. Because that's what the angels want for us. They want us to feel love. They want us to have a good life. They want us to feel good about ourselves and good about the people in our lives. But if you always feel like you have to hold your breath around people, or you have to doubly keep an eye on how you're showing up, and you're not allowed to be yourself, what's the point? Really, what's the point? Oh, I love them. Okay, you may love them. I don't dispute that. But do they love you enough to even respect you? Do they love you enough to love you? Do they love you enough to say, you know what? I need to be gentler. I need to be kinder. I need to be much more compassionate. It's not a one-way street, nor is it a competition. Take care of yourselves until next time. Please like, share, and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And let's make 2023 the year that is absolutely the year we turn a big corner and we allow that new life into our worlds that is waiting to come in. Just allow it to come in. Just try it out, because we're getting the clear message that we are in a period of regeneration right now. And while we always are growing, sometimes we're growing and staying stagnant. It's time to get real. Chop wood. Carry water, chop wood. That's a Buddhist saying. Because right now we are all poised to do better, to go forward, to just really enjoy the community that is around us. I started attending a Tuesday night event with neighbors, and we just sometimes get together and play games. Sometimes we all bring our own dinners and eat together, or we just, sit around and talk, and about nothing in particular or about what's going on in our little town. But we also, we enjoy each other's company, and we just have good fun together. And sometimes you just have to do something that's different. Create a new community. Try something new. Maybe what you've been doing ain't working so well. And get out there and allow people into your life or allow new experiences into your life that you haven't experienced before. Allow something new. Is there something you've thought about doing that you've always wanted to do but you're afraid to do it? Go do it. Oh, I don't want to go by myself. Why not? You really are not alone when you go to do something, even though there may not be a physical person with you. They are the angels. They are around you. Your guardian angels and your spiritual team are with you. Just call on them to come and watch over you and have fun with you. All right? So until the next time, come on back to Wisdom from the Angels. My name is Carolyn. If you would like a reading, personal reading, one-on-one by Zoom, let me know. You can send an email to me at wisdomfromtheangels@gmail.com. All the information is listed below. And if you don't hear from me, send another one. Sometimes I do get too busy and I forget to check email. And please don't take it as a slight or that I don't have time for you. Life gets a little busy sometimes. I think you know what I mean. Alrighty, take care of yourselves. May you have a very wonderful, wonderful week. Stay safe, and I hope that you stay healthy. Blessings.